What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some official reveals of some rather lovely alternate art cards, which are going to be coming from EB-01. We've got a bunch that we can have a little bit of a look at, and I, for one, am absolutely delighted. So let's start off with one that we have seen before, but I just want to show it off because we've got a good look, and it's gorgeous. It is the Tony Chopper. Now, we don't need to spend a huge amount of time talking about what this is and what it does, because we have seen this card before. We've even seen the alternate art before, but we haven't seen it like this. And shout out to the lovely folks over at Bandai for sharing these images with us, because when they do that, they show us proper photographs, which show the texture and how the light hits the card, and it's just wonderful. So hasn't done a proper alt art card yet, although it's kind of weird, right? Because So has done some real kind of headline cards. You know, the Jinbei promo wasn't an alternate art card, but it's clearly like a card where the art spans a whole card and it's lovely and all of that. And, you know, just in OP-06 over in Japan, it's not a card we've actually had yet. But So did do the Sugar, which is kind of a special rare, not an alternate art, although it's quite similar, honestly. Point is, So is getting more of these, apparently, and I am here for it. As for the card of Tony Chopper, it's actually a pretty cool card that I do think some people are absolutely going to love. It is the one, it's got blocker, and then Don X2, when attacking, give one of your opponent's characters minus 3,000 power during this turn. Clearly works very, very nicely with the starter deck 10 Lore Leader, because it's cheap enough to be played for free with the skill, while also bringing down your opponent's power to get them off the board with the skill. So they've shown us Tony Chopper. What else have they shown us? Well, they've gone and shown us Kid and Killer. This is one I showed you the other day, and I adore this alternate art. Although, I will say, there's a third character snuck on the artwork here. Not sure how I feel about this. That seems a little bit wrong, honestly. It's Kid and Killer. Surely they should be having the spotlight here. We don't need a third character coming into the artwork, do we? I don't know. Moot point, I suppose. Weird, though, because unless I'm missing something obvious, that character is not visible on the regular artwork, which is a little bit weird. But we do have Kid and Killer. The right way around is Kid and Killer, if anybody's interested. And this is actually a pretty cool card that I actually really like. Remember, it's got two characters on. So that means you are both slash and special. I think I said slash and hit the other day, which is really dumb. It's not slash and hit, it's slash and special. I know these kanji, I'm learning Japanese. It's definitely slash and special. So I think I said that wrong the other day. My apologies, let me correct it now. But then we've got a character that's just got rush, always got rush. And when attacking, if your opponent has 2 or less life, this character gains 2,000 power until the end of the turn. But it's very important to note, if you use it with, for instance, OP-01 Luffy, and this is a supernova, so OP-01 Luffy will let you restand it, it's not limited to once per turn, that skill. Which means you attack with it, you get an extra 2,000 power, so you go up from 5 to 7. You then use Luffy to restand it and give yourself an extra 1,000 power to go up to 8. You then attack again and get another 2,000 power to go up to 10. And to be fair, you've got Rush and that, which is awesome. But even if you're not using Rush, you attack once, you're a 7k, bootyful. But then you attack again, you go up to a 10k. That's really very nice. Now, Kazuki Hui is one they actually did show us before, and then we saw the alternate art before, but again, we've just got a much nicer look at it now. We got the photo, we can see it, it's lovely. Still slightly upset we don't have a better look at the regular artwork. Unless I'm being dumb, and if I am being dumb, I'll find it and pop it in here. I don't think we've seen the proper artwork yet. Like, not outside of a terrible magazine scan. But regardless, it's pretty cool, and what it allows you to do is activate main, trash this character, place a 5 cost or less Land of Wano character other than Kazuki Hui from your hand into play, and draw a card. Basically, you play this as a 4 cost to play a 5 cost and draw a card, so you're saving 1 Don in playing a 5 cost while drawing a card. Awkward combo a little bit, yeah, but it is actually quite nice if you can get it rolling. But then they've also gone and shown us Cavendish. Now, we've seen Cavendish before. We've not seen this alternate art. This alternate art is absolutely stunning. And look at the foiling and the texturing on these cards. EB-01 is honestly shaping up to be pretty gosh darn special. And I am here for it. This is just awesome at this stage. I am absolutely loving it. As for what Cavendish actually does, because it is a super rare from the set, and it's lovely, and we can all look at the artwork and go, oh my god, that's awesome, but we should probably talk about what it actually does. And what it actually does here is on play and when attacking, if your leader has the Supernovas type and there are no other Cavendish on the field, set up to 2 of your Don to active. So you basically pay 5, but then immediately get 2 of them back. So you're, in essence, paying 3 to get a 6k on the field, which is very, very nice. But it also then works when you're attacking, so every turn you attack, you get a couple more Don. It doesn't work if you've got another Cavendish on the field, which is pretty obvious because otherwise it would be a bit stupid. 4 Cavendish attacking every turn, getting all of your Don back. Well, 8 of your Don back. But it's also important to note that if you have 2 Cavendish out, neither of them work. It's not like the first Cavendish works, but then the second one doesn't. If you've got more than 1 Cavendish out, none of them work. That's very, very important. And also a rather stunning card. We've then got Zuma, which has gone and been revealed. And again, the angles they've gone for here are clearly very deliberate. Absolutely adore how these cards look. I think they're absolutely brilliant. But what we've got here is a rather lovely card whereby at the end of your turn, if you've got 2 or fewer cards in hand, draw 2 cards. And I did check this with a lovely One Piece judge just to make sure I had this right. Essentially, the way it works is every time you would use this skill, you check. So let's say you've got 2 and a Zuma on the field. If you've got 0 cards in hand, the first one activates, you've got 2 cards in hand, and then you check for the second, you've still got 2 or fewer cards in hand, you draw 2. But let's say you've got 2 on the field and 1 card in hand. Well, the first one activates, but then when you go to use the second, you have 3 cards in hand, so the second one would not activate. You essentially recheck the number of cards in hand every time you go to use a skill. So it's not a case of you've got 1 card in hand, 3 in a Zuma, draw 6. You have to check individually for each of them. And I did check with a high-level One Piece TCG judge who has been judging for a while, and they assured me this is how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and believe them. And then, of course, we've just got the lovely, stunning alternate artwork here, which I'm just a very, very big fan of. This is rather lovely. Although, again, I'm only finding a magazine scan here. I'm going to go and search around, see if we have actually got a better look at this. Because some of these, we need a better look at the regular artwork. I'm going to go do some digging, see if they were revealed and I missed them because I'd already shown you the magazine scans. But then we've also got ourselves Mr. One Daz Bones. And I'm pretty sure we've not talked about Mr. One yet. So I think we should probably have a chat about Daz Bones. Not one of my favourite characters, but I will say, very, very cool fight in the manga. You know the one I'm talking about if you've seen the manga, or seen the anime, read the manga. Otherwise, just trust me, awesome. But what Daz Bones actually does here is we've got, if your leader's type includes Baroque works, this character gains 1,000 power for every 2 event cards in your trash. There is no limit that is posted here. And I've read the card myself here. I do these translations myself and then check with Orange Samurai D, who checks the people on the Discord. But I'm looking here and, well, there is no limit. It literally says, if your leader is Baroque works, this character gains 1,000 power for every 2 event cards in your trash. There is nothing else that says you cannot add more than 3,000 power this way or anything like that. You can, in theory, build this up to, well, you could, and you would never do this, but in theory, you could have 59 event cards in your trash, so that's 58, which will give you an extra 29,000 power. You'd never actually get to that stage, and I'm probably missing something that means you wouldn't actually be able to get that many in the trash. But the point is, yeah, in theory, you could get that high. You never would, but I'm just saying it's potentially out there. But then what leaders do we have in terms of Baroque works? Crocodile. And again, if you've seen the anime or read the manga, you'll understand this. But we've got the crocodile from OP-01, which is blue and purple. We've got the crocodile from the starter deck 3, which is blue. And then we do actually have crocodile from OP-04, but that's purple and yellow. And this is a blue card, so you can't actually play this with that crocodile. It wouldn't work. I'm sorry. But then we've also got a skill on play, draw 2, trash 1. I mean, if I'm playing a crocodile deck other than OP-04 or any other Baroque Works deck that might come around in the future, this seems like a no-brainer. Because, yeah, I'm loving the draw 2, trash 1 on play. And, I mean, fine, a vanilla card would be 5 cost 7k counter plus 1,000, I admit. But also, this is really good. I mean, you've got to be playing a few event cards, all right? Playing event cards is going to be pretty gosh darn important. But remember the OP-01 Crocodile? After you activate an event, you may draw a card if you have 4 or fewer cards in hand and haven't already done it this turn. That's a leader that seems very much built around using event cards. So you know what? Maybe it's time to bring OP-01 Crocodile back. I don't know. All I know is we've got some stunning alternate arts here. They've been officially revealed. I've shown them to you, and now it's over to you guys. Which of these are you excited about? Which ones of these are going to end up as your chase cards? Of the ones that have been revealed so far, Kid and Killer and Chopper, for me, they are the two. But I want to know what you think. So let me know in the comment section, would you? Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and a bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts and all kinds of fun things. But by far, the most important thing is always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.